my dear Virgo. This is a love reading and prediction for Aries season, March 19 to April 19, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And please help my channel to grow and stay vigorous and healthy on YouTube by liking and subscribing. Also be sure to put on the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my videos when I'm posting them. Some of you do not longer get notification for my videos, even if you have chosen to have the notification bell on, and I'm so sorry for that. And I put up a troubleshoot on the community section to solve this, so go and check it out if you have this problem. And this will be a love reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more informational help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Pisces season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card readings and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon there and you will come directly to this page. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto de Angelis. So when I open your deck here, I see the King of Wands together with Queen of Swords in the reversed. So it seems like you have taken kind of mastery over your own life. So you are prepared to point with your whole hand where you want to go, and also to be rather harsh and cutting whenever people or things comes in your way. So this is actually kind of good to be prepared to take leadership, but also not be prepared to take any bullshit, but actually deal with any kind of BS with the Queen of Swords mentality. So I cool the divine with love and light, and here we have the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords. So it seems like you have been creating for yourself like a great boundary, basically. The people that's nice are invited to your sphere, and there's no walls here within these Four Wands. It's just open to anyone to come in and join you there, but you're also prepared to be awake and to see clearly if someone misbehaves, and then they will be kind of thrown out of your personal space here. So this is very healthy. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and we have an Eight of Pentacles in the reverse together with the Four of Wands. So I'm a little bit puzzled by the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like there's someone in your surrounding not really cooperating with you. Let's see what's going on here. Cornucopia. Yes, okay, so I'm feeling like this, that you have your cornucopia here. It's like a windfall of beautiful energy that could come, but that there's some element or some energy, some person that can't see this, like how wonderful and how amazing things could be if everyone just cooperated and didn't act up, or like people need to make their best investment. And I think before you were so focused on helping people do the best they could, so you were so invested in this cornucopia, like in the outcome. You wanted this great outcome which you could see. But with the Queen of Swords that we have seen, I think you are more reluctant to just cut it out if it doesn't work out. So you don't hang yourself up on the dream with that person. For example, if you go and take a cup of coffee with your, say, your mother-in-law and your father-in-law, and your father-in-law is constantly giving you remarks on different things, kind of like this, and you are so set on having a nice time and a nice cup of tea, and but this constant like arrows being shooting towards you, is this person not really cooperating? Of course, they probably have something that they want to say with this, so we can either face them with a clear Queen of Swords and ask them, okay, so it seems like you have a problem with me here. Can you tell me exactly what it is and what you believe that I should do about it? So we can take it that way as well. But if a person just, maybe that's their nature, maybe they are like that with everyone, poking at them like this with different like criticism or remarks. So they are not really working together to make this cornucopia on your beautiful time of taking a coffee and eating some good biscuits to that and having a nice time. So this person isn't cooperating. And before, you would probably have tried even harder to make the time around the coffee table nice. So maybe giving in and giving after and explaining yourself, or changing subject or whatever. But I think now you are not as, with the Queen of Swords that we saw, I don't think you are as, you're not so attached to the outcome as you might have been before. So maybe now you will be able to tell or ask, so what's your problem? Cards on the table, tell me how it is. So why are you acting like this? So, okay, I don't know where we were, but I feel I need to open this so I can say, I call the 6 elements, and we have another 4. So it's the Emperor with the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So it might be your father-in-law here. So not really interesting in making this situation super nice, more interested in getting power maybe. So I'm joking a little bit here, because what I really see is that you have taken command in your own life, and you can toss this coffee moment out the window if necessary, because you are not kidnapped by the situation itself and the expectation that it should be nice. If it's not nice, it's not nice, and you're prepared to stand up for that. So 4 very good platform, good foundation to engage in life and in your relationships. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and your situation in your relationship or in a particular relationship. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have 7 of coins in the reverse. So it seems like you have lost patience with something, or are no longer patient enough to wait for a situation to improve by itself, or kind of keep a low profile and change certain variables and go back and try again. So for example, if we give this example with this father-in-law that was so full of criticism, we can say that before you might have tried various of different things to get this person to play more nice when you are together. So you tried this, you tried that, you try another thing, you tried a third thing, a fourth thing, an eighth thing. We have both the 7 of Pentacles and we had the 8 of Pentacles before. And now you have kind of lost patience with that. I think you are not taking as much responsibility for the situation anymore. You have kind of identified that it's probably the other person that has something that they need to work on, rather than that you are so super involved with this. Okay. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and we have the Hermit. So this was when you are trying to find out if you could do something better. You were looking inside and trying to determine how to become a better person. But now you're more like, screw it, they need to become a better person too. So I think it's very healthy. It's a certain stage of maturity when we can realize that we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves, and we also need to see the truth about what's going on in our different situations and relationships, and act accordingly with that truth. So, for example, go straight for the source and ask the person, what's your problem? So this is what's on your conscious mind about the person most on your mind. Hopefully it's not your father-in-law. So, and this is the situation itself there. And this is what's on their conscious mind about you. And this is your feelings for them. And this is the bond between you two. This is their feelings for you, your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome between you two, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And this allegory with the father-in-law can of course be imposed on any kind of relationship you have with people at school, with your romantic partner, with your husband, with your wife, with your siblings. Whatever situation needs to be kind of called out, instead of being so kidnapped by this. You just want peace and harmony, and you know that if everyone just works together, it can be such a nice moment together. But it's like someone is not cooperating and might be ruin those moments. And before you took a lot of responsibility in this situation and tried to fix it, while the other person might have been not fixing it at all, but actually destroying the situation. So here we have a very beautiful card. It's the Alchemist. It's a Temperance card, number 14, connected to Sagittarius energy. So it's like being this scientist. But here I feel with the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands that we saw, that you have been taken in your other side. So if you had the responsibility for keeping the nice before, and this father-in-law symbol, it's a symbol, okay, was having the responsibility for seeing what was not nice and pointing out what was not nice. I think you have started to take in this, pointing out what is not nice, seeing the truth. So you're taking in your shadow, the things that you tried to sweep underneath the carpet before, so you could have this cornucopia. And now you can have the cornucopia for real eventually, when you have been able to, see what's really there, not just hope for this blessings. So this is about taking in your other side. And in this case, it feels like this Queen of Swords being able to be much stronger and more feisty in this situation, and also be able to answer back and be cutting and piercing and a little bit judgmental, not for the sake of it, for winning or being unpleasant, but to call people out, or to kind of lift the veil on what's really going on, instead of just playing it nice. So this is what's on your conscious mind about them. And we have a 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's much like the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a situation where people are not cooperating to make the most healthy outcome, or to find a plan how to make things better. So in a relationship, it would be a person rather destroying the relationship than trying to fix it, rather continue doing stupid things instead of stopping doing them and focusing on more healthy activities. And it's a 3 of Pentacles. So for some of you, the destructive patterns might be to gang up with people against you. So for example, threaten you with, I can get another partner if you are not this and this to me, or maybe calling one of your common friends and telling all about how you have acted, so that they will be on their side. So I feel a lot of frustration from you when it comes to this other person most on your mind, that you feel like they are not being loyal to you, and they are not listening to you. So it's like they are not listening to the ideas you have on how to reach this more harmonious stage between you two, that could give so much overflowing love and benefits for both people. So it's almost like dealing with a person that is acting like a child or immature, or yeah, that's baseline. Okay, so this is what's on their conscious mind about you, and it's another 3. It's a major arcana 3, and it's the Empress, and it's in the reversed. So I'm feeling like they have reacted to your recent change, taking in the more Queen of Swords aspect of the Empress, and not only giving and giving and giving and trying to fix this overflowing situation. So they are thinking, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Why are you not so nice anymore? So I think this person that you're dealing with isn't really aware of their own behavior. And they might do things just out of routine. So they are in a certain way, they have a certain personality that they have learned is beneficial for them for some reason. And they just continue doing this because no one has stopped them before. But now I think it's not giving them the same reward from you, at least. And you are kind of stopping them. And identifying that you feel like they are not cooperating. So this is the bond between you two, and it's another 3. So it shows a healthy possibility here, because if you start with a real conversation on what's really going on, pointing out your situation, like, this is what I see in my world. I have this idea that we are going to have this nice moment around the table together and chit-chatting about supporting things and telling each other how much we support each other, and talk about how to solve the recent events and yada yada. But when I come to you, you start to point out things that you think is I'm doing wrong, or just pointing out things like a criticism, and I'm feeling like you're ruining this situation for me. And the other person can say, well, what I have understood is that you are feeling attacked whenever you come to my home and we sit around this table. You feel like I'm starting to criticize you. And I can see now that I'm actually doing this, and I will try to figure out what is the problem. So they're taking a moment and they're figuring out, okay, so I'm very worried about you and this relationship you have with my daughter or my son, and this is what I've been worrying about, and I'm sorry I haven't said it out loud in a more healthy kind of way, but I'm doing it now. So you can really deal with what's underneath there. So it seems very very healthy here when we bring it out for real, instead of just one is trying to avoid the unpleasantries and the other one is bringing them out. So this is more, this could lead to progress, which the other method didn't really give. So this is your feelings for them. And we have a 7 of Swords in the reverse. So your feelings towards them is that they can't be trusted. They are mean, and they are not showing their true face. They are manipulative, and they are kind of pinching you like this and doing different things that's not nice and not feeling nice. So you feel like they are giving kind of the idea that they are a nice person, but their action shows otherwise. So your feelings towards them is you are suspicious and disappointed, and you feel that they can't be trusted, and you're wondering if they are really a good person. So it's a very wobbly state to be in, but it's a good state, because when you're starting to ask these questions, also you will change probably your approach and maybe speak more directly about these things. And this is their feelings towards you. And 2 of Cups. So they haven't suffered as much as you have in this situation. So because as I saw recently here also with the Empress, they probably did this behavior automatically. No one has ever pointed it out to them before that it's not pleasant to behave like this. So they seem to love you enough, and they have a very, very harmonious feeling in their heart towards you. It's deep love, and they feel like you are their partner, or it can be other situations where we are related in different way, or friends, but they feel like you're a good friend, you're a good partner or lover, and they only hold love in their heart for you. They are a little bit puzzled why you have started to act so strange. But so you have seen a lot of things with them, and you might have pointed it out to a certain degree, but not in a way that they could understand. Sometimes we need to, if we tell a person something in one way, we also need to tell them in 10 other different ways, or 15 other different ways to make them understand. Imagine you are back in the classroom learning mathematics from your teacher. If the mathematics professor only shows you one way of solving mathematics difficulty, you might not be able to understand. But the teacher can show you a second thing, and a third thing, and a fourth thing, and a fifth thing for how to solve this mathematic problem. And eventually you will have this eureka moment, because the person reached you with a way that you could understand the mathematic problem. And it seems like you are in a similar situation with this person that you are dealing with here, and that they haven't got it. Like, even if you have complained and talked about how things are unfair, you have not reached into them. So they haven't taken this knowledge to them and started to process it. It's like you haven't said anything at all. You probably have, but they haven't taken it particularly serious. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have a 3 of Cups in the reverse. So it seems like you're almost giving up on them, and maybe searching for partners elsewhere, or other friends, or other activities where you can have a nice time without them, because you don't like how things have been. And we can see it's a 3-3-3. And it might be that you, 3 also there, it might be that you have suspected that your partner has been cheating. I don't know if they have. I can't see this here. It more looks like you would in the future or now cheat on them, because you don't like what they have given you so far, so you're looking for other options. That is how it looks from my end. But in a more normal situation, like everyday situation, it would be that you are not putting as much effort into this relationship. You're actually putting your efforts on your hobbies, on your friends, other friends, or if you have problems with your friends, you're hanging out more with your family and such a thing. So it seems like you're just turning away your fun from them and doing your fun elsewhere. So this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And they seem puzzled. They don't know what's going on, and they feel like you are drifting away from them. And they are trying to balance the situation and make it right again, but maybe it has gone too far. This card and this card has much in common. Here there's 2 entities being mixed, and here's 2 entities being balanced. So I think there's a dynamic going on in this relationship where one person, it seems to be you, is developing a lot right now and changing the settings for this relationship. So before, it has a certain balance point because you were able to carry a lot of this situation, but now the balance point has shifted and you don't seem to care much about this relationship anymore, or put so much effort into it. You might be more looking into other ways to solve your situation. With the back turned was what I'm thinking of, and the person looking out to sea. So if there's any other options. So this person is starting to get nervous and feel like they have gotten more the responsibility for the relationship, and that you don't care anymore. But it seems to be on schedule with you learning to be more the Queen of Swords, and they need to get the knowledge that you have, but you need to be able to transfer it to them and explain it to them in a way that they can digest and take to heart. And this seems to be missing here. It's rather that you just give up and walk away, because probably you are pushed so hard. So when you eventually made the change and took in the Queen of Swords, you were kind of throwing out the baby with the bathwater. So this is what's going on here. But if you could explain, be this teacher and explain in more different ways, maybe, you know, doing it in more literal ways. If it's about maybe domestic household chores, for example, you can say to the other person that sitting down at the famous table and saying, okay, so I want you to write all the chores that you are doing, that you have the main responsibility for doing in the household, and I will do the same. And then you can compare notes, and you don't have to be like victimized or bitter or anything. You can just be, do you think this is fair? And if there's something on my list that's much longer that you could feel like you could take to your responsibilities in the future, I don't have to be so tired and bitter against you, because then we have more, it's a more fair and balanced relationship. So we can do it in a very literal way, so the person are able to understand what is going on, instead of maybe just nagging about the dishes not being done or something. This is more hands-on, okay? And this is the outcome, and we have an 8 of Cups, and it's in the reversed. So it seems like you have, like Elvis has already left the building, so to speak, but it's you that have already left the building is what I'm feeling. This 8 of Cups is like a boomerang. If it would have been like this, I would say, okay, so you're so sick and tired of this, you just walk away now. But it's like this, so it's very, well, maybe you will walk away, or you will drive away angry with your car, and then you will come back again. You will not be satisfied and happy, but you didn't want to take the step exactly to walk away, so there's still like a chance to fix this. I'm also feeling another thing, because these two people are rather similarly dressed. So I think this person might have been not really focusing on this relationship before. Maybe you took a lot of responsibility for it, so they didn't have to worry much of it. So they have been more focused on the areas in their life they needed to worry about. But now when you start to become a problem, it's like they're coming back with their attention towards you. So that's what I'm feeling too. So I'll read this cornucopia for you, which seems to be kind of the end goal of this situation, what is supposed to be achieved. So I'm going to read it for you. Wishes fulfilled. An abundant harvest and great blessing are awaiting for you, and you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all your effort. So, for example, when you take better care of you, the world takes better care of you. So the affirmation, the universe is abundant. All that I desire comes to me in just the right time and way, and I am blessed. So maybe it's also like this, that you trust the universe more. So it's also easier for you to say no to a situation that doesn't look like this overflowing abundance. So you don't feel obligated to be satisfied with just crumbs of love or crumbs of money or whatever it is that you want. So for this relationship, this is for you and this is for them. So I think you have felt that you weren't loved enough, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And that's also why you are walking away from this situation and just fizzling out here, because you don't feel like this person loves you enough. I can see that they love you enough. With the Two of Cups there, we have a Two of Pentacles there as well. But their problem is that they're not taking it serious. It's first when they have lost you, they will see the seriousness of this. So you haven't really shaken them to wake them up. So they just feel like they want a very a relationship that is full of fun, and they don't want to discuss boring things as doing the dishes, or that they didn't call you on this occasion, or whatever it is. They just want to focus on fun. And that makes the relationship shallow, and that's why you feel like it's unrequited love. They don't have so much other tools here. So now when they are feeling like, oh God, where does my partner go now? It's they have disappeared from the radar a little bit, or they don't seem as interested. They might try with this way to get you back, and it will probably be more of the same. Like, they will try to give you what they want. So they want a situation which is carefree and full of fun and happy occasions, and you want the seriousness of this. You want people to, buckle up their sleeves and get to the job, and understand what you have been saying and making changes. So if they try with this playfulness, I don't think it will be particularly fertile, because you will just feel like it's more of the same immature behavior. But this person still, they have a little bit innocence with them. They haven't really gotten the problem clearly, so they don't understand what is going on really. And it's up to you to tell them how this have made you feel, that you feel like you are nothing to them, that you're just an option for them, or that they use you as maybe a hotel or something like that, or punching bag if it's this person giving you a lot of criticism. Okay, my dear Virgo, I hope this helps, and that you have understand a little bit better what needs to be happening in this situation, that you need to tell them in many different ways what kind of problem you experience, so maybe it can be fixed, or at least they know, so they can maybe better themselves to the next relationship. Sometimes we have that kind of impact too, that a person can be hopeless when they are with you, but then you see them a couple of years later and they say, oh, it's so important to have open discussions, and you have told them this for 10 years and they didn't realize this, but when you went away, then they realize this, and the next person they are with is benefiting from this, and ala kish ala kem, you are another me, so it's not, you don't have to feel like you missed out, because it's coming like the whole of us to, it will benefit everyone. When one person make these kind of changes, it's like ripples spreading with knowledge, so it's a good thing. If you need more help or information after you have listened to this reading, you can go to my first page of my channel, and you will find a lot of other readings there, near personal readings, pick a card readings, and similar readings to this, but for Pisces season that we are now smack in the middle of. And I also want to welcome you back to my other near personal and pick a card readings that I will sprinkle throughout the month that comes, and I will also come back with love readings for Taurus season in the end of March. So until then, take really good care, and bye bye.